What's good to my people? This is another edition of 2 cents, 2 pennies, the podcast. And of course, I'm the narrator, commentator, and your host. I'm Nino. Again, thanks to man for upstairs for letting me have another 24 of productivity, able to rise strong and able to end strong. Thank you for waking me, and thank you for letting me close my eyes tonight. I like to say to all my people out there, please subscribe, hit that like button, keep them subscriptions coming, because I appreciate you. And thank you for your generosity and your hospitality as far as them subscriptions. And then thank you to all my listeners, my followers, and my fans. I really appreciate y'all. I really do. I really, really do. This is now kind of becoming a part of my everyday agenda. Like I said, at first it started out, it was like, okay, we'll see what's going on. And then it started out a hobby. But I'm really am liking and appreciating people that is emailing me, texting me, or when they see me out and about, want to come up and ask me if I wouldn't mind discussing a topic on my podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, today I want to talk about the pros and cons of online dating. Listen to me. The pros and cons of online dating. I know a couple of lady friends that are my real good friends. They have tried dating, going out to a bar and date. They have tried going out to nightclubs and dating, and they seem not like they can't just catch a break when it comes to dating. So they was telling me they had took an interest in online dating and what I think about it. So I'm gonna give my little pointers, my opinions, the pros and the cons, the do's and the don'ts, the yeses and the no's, and we'll see how the chips will fall or how the chips may lay. Internet dating offers convenience and a wider pool of potential partners, but also presents risks like fake profiles and the potential for scams. Well, see, I have tried internet dating or online dating a few times myself. It is a crapshoot, but it also can be solid, and at the end of the day, it can be what you want. Everything is possible. You can find companionship, love through anything. So, again, it's a crapshoot, but it's also can end up in putting a smile on your face. I believe a lot of times our online dating is a lot of people just like the mass varieties of choices of dates that you can choose. See, because with a lot of online dating, it has different categories. It has, okay, your body types. It has the characteristics of what you like to do, what kind of mood. I have seen online dating where it even has your zodiac signs. I mean, are you a drinker? Or are you a non-drinker? Are you a smoker or a non-smoker? It breaks down categories, and it breaks down different aspects of dating in a whole cool lot of way. See, online dating, in a way, is kind of like a resume of you going to work, because you present so much data through the online dating. A lot of the online dating, they will even have background checks. I mean, it's really that serious, because online dating can be a good thing, but also it is associated with a lot of fake scams, and it's a lot of foolery in online dating. A lot of people have been taken to the cleaners by online dating. So much as it can be a pot of gold, it also can be destruction. So you have to just be careful. As I said again, it is a crapshoot, but you know, life is a crapshoot. But that's just some of the ways, or that's some of the, how can I say it? That's some of the things that you have to deal with when you come across online dating. Some of the pros and the cons of online dating. Convenience and accessibility. Online dating allows you to connect with potential partners from the comfort of your home, expanding your dating pool beyond your immediate social circle. Yes, that's the great thing about it is you don't have to go out to the club. You don't have to meet nowhere. As I said, you can just talk on the phone. A lot of the online dating apps, they also will, when you're a first-time user, because like I said, I have tried it. I have indulged. I have been a user of online dating, kind of back in the day. They'll give you what's called a free trial. And what a free trial is they'll give you maybe 25 to 30 minutes when you become a new user of online dating. And then you have all kind of a big pool, as it said, of ladies that have different interests. They have certain jobs they like, they work at. They have interest for the man they're looking for. They have a lot of interest in hobbies. But they'll give you that 25 to 30 minute free trial to start off. After you go through the free trial, then you begin to pay. Because still, with a lot of online dating, sooner or later, you know, everything costs, and it's a buck. So sooner or later, you have to pay from anywhere to maybe what, $7.99 to sometimes. I think I remember back you had to pay like maybe by like $12, $15. You get 30 minutes, or you get a package for maybe $30 for 120 minutes or something like that. But at the beginning, they will give you a free trial because they want to consume you in and bring you in as a member. See, a lot of online dating apps, they don't want you to just be a one-time user, you know, like a freshman user and use it one time. They want you to become a full-time member, full-time membership. Increase control and efficiency. You can filter potential matches based on specific criteria, and the process can be more efficient than traditional dating methods. Yeah, because like I said, you can straight up categorize the type of date you want. You know, if you want, if you want to date a woman with short hair, if you want to date a little short woman that's built nice, but she has short hair. If you want to date a tall, slender woman that has long hair that hangs to her shoulder. If your preference is a light-skinned woman, you know, with pretty eyes. If you like a cocoa chocolate woman that has a pretty smile and pretty white teeth, you have all kind of selections and columns that when you're dating online, you can, you know, specify that's what you want. That's the great thing about it. If it's not no scams coming in and it's really true, online dating can be great, but again, it has pros and cons. You know, it can be a hit and miss, so you got to be careful. But yeah, it has all kind of ways that you can kind of build, you can kind of place with your different selections the perfect woman you want as a man trying to date a woman, or either vice versa. If a woman trying to date a man, because she can kind of take a little bit of this, take a little bit of that, take a little bit of that, and then form it into one because you have the different selections and characteristics of the date you like, and you can go on like that. But man, like I say, online dating, it goes on. I mean, it has happened. Access to diverse communities. Online dating platforms often cater to the niche interests and the demographics, making it easier to find compatible partners. Yeah, again, you have certain people in certain communities that have the same kind of familiarity. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a person dating or looking for a date, even though they say opposites attract, a lot of people who are looking for a date, they kind of want the same similarities of the date that they looking for. So they want to go to a community. They want, like say, a woman want a man basically that's, you know, got a career like she has, you know, probably working and making a salary, has different hobbies that he like to do, just like she likes to do. A lot of times it has been saying, because I remember when I was on online dating, and I tried a few times, I sometimes like, you know, opposite. I like one thing, but I was interested in a woman that was kind of different than me. But you have all kind of different choices. That's one thing about online dating. You can really hone in on what kind of date you like. You can really build, again, if I ain't said it, I'm going to say it again, you can build your perfect date, because really you can take your time. And also you can conversate first, talk maybe a week or two before you even meet. Now, sometimes on online dating, you got to be careful too, because a lot of times you got a lot of women and a lot of men that are out for ruthless proceedings or trying to do ruthless things on online dating. So that's the gift and the curse of the online dating. But really, most of the times when somebody meets somebody on an online date and they have sharpened and have certain things that they appreciate from him or her, and then they talk a little bit and get to know each other a little bit more, a lot of times it can come out to be pretty good. But you know, at times it can be a disaster too. Again, that's the win and losing of online dating. Keep the people you meet to the multiple choice. Since dating online is so popular, you'll have access to a lot of people. You won't even need to meet the ones that you know are not going to work out. That's true. That's true. Because online dating, it is so many, you have to pick of the litter. You know, the specific date that this woman or this man is looking for, it might be a field of 32 that fall in the same kind of attributes and the same kind of things that either this one woman like or this one man like. And that goes from the woman liking the man, or the man have the same thing that he likes from maybe 32 women, or the man or the woman might like the same thing from 32 men. That's the great thing about online dating. You know how you go to that date and you meet on that blind date, and then when you get there, and then everything just go bad. First of all, when you see him, he probably wasn't what you thought he was, and then you didn't like how he act. When you meet somebody on online dating, you have kind of, what can I say? You have eliminated the fear. So, you know, you had these 10, 11 choices, but you have gave kind of like a probation part of it where you done talk to them. You can also, at a lot of time, I remember on online dating, because remember, a lot of them just starting out as friends, you can talk to maybe 1 or 2 or 3 different people, where a woman can talk to 2 or 3 guys just trying to know them and feel them out, or a man can talk to 2 or 3 women just trying to get to know them and feel them out. Because when you first start talking, and it's not no relationship. It start out as a friendship. You're trying to get to know each other. So I know people gonna come with the good back. Well, you're trying to talk too many people at one time when you hear this podcast with the online dating. But remember, first of all, you just starting out a friend. You trying to find a diamond in a rough in a pick of many. You are trying to find a diamond in a rough in a pick of many. So you're going to have multiple choices to finally finally appreciate who you're going to choose. That's just how it goes down. suitable for shy people. Online dating can be a less intimidating way to meet new people. For those who are shy or uncomfortable with traditional dating situations, yes, we do have a lot of shy people. I have seen the most attractive, gorgeous, I'm talking about smelling good, beautiful hygiene, hair nice and everything. She was just a friend, but she was shy. Her outer looks was second to none, but it was something about her insecurities that she was just so shy. I don't know what happened. Maybe she had been in a prior relationship. She never told me. And maybe her man belittled her or dogged her out so much. But this woman was gorgeous, but she was just so shy. So saying that on online dating, you can get confidence because for one thing, you're talking over the phone. You're not face to face with this date right here. So people a lot of times react better when they're talking on the phone instead of getting thrown out in the front of the wolves or they meet somebody right then and there. A lot of times you do better speaking over the phone than when you personally meet somebody, especially at the beginning, at the outset of it, till you get comfortable with it. So yes, online dating can be a nice little favorable notion for people that's shy until they become more comfortable. It's not, a lot of times, a lot of people are shy. It's just that they got their defenses up, and then once they become comfortable, that shy person let their hair down, or let himself get comfortable, and you can't believe he's shy. But yeah, online dating is good for shy people because it can build up and bring out the betterment of them. Some of the cons of online dating: fake profiles and misrepresentation. There's a risk of encountering fake profiles or people misrepresenting themselves, leading to wasted times and potentially online situations. Well, see, on that part is you'll run across somebody on online dating and they'll give you, or they'll say this is how they look. They'll send you pictures. They'll send you all kind of profiles, and it won't even be them. Believe me, I have got it. That's what the scams will be. They'll send you this drop dead or this pretty attractive kind of tone, young lady that kind of athletic. A picture of her, flat stomach tone, nice little body. I'm talking about athletic, pretty white teeth and all. Keep her hair up and everything. Very outgoing. When you go meet them, man, it'd be, and I'm not body shaming nobody, it'll be a heavy set, someone obese, dark-skinned woman that has short hair, hygiene is terrible, looks very unhealthy. I'm talking about totally the profile and the pictures that they send you, because with a lot of online dating, a lot of the connection goes from you send them pictures or profiles of you, and they'll send you pictures or profile of them. And believe me, them pictures or them profiles can be very misleading. And I always wondered, why would you do that? And my whole thought process of that is because if you're going to lie, don't you know the person going to eventually meet you, and they know that you're not that person on that picture. You're not that person on that profile. But you will be amazed how people will send out straight fake pictures, straight up the person that they're seeing as far as a profile picture to you, and then when you get ready to meet them, because you all excited and wow, this is a good looking woman, or even from the women toward the man, damn, this dude got his thing really going on. It totally won't even be them. I mean, that is crazy. But hey, that's one of the cons of online dating. Dating scams and romance scams. Some individuals use online dating platforms to engage in scams, targeting users of financial gain and emotional manipulation. Well, yeah, because I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. A lot of online dating is nothing but solicitation of somewhat of prostitution. You know, this is supposed to be a dating app. This is supposed to be a dating method, a dating platform where you get to know somebody, become friendship, and try to build something, you know, strong and hope they go somewhere down the line. But you'll have people, users that'll get on there, that'll straight up come on and say, when they try to ring you or when they try to connect you, because a lot of times they'll buzz you or hit a bell or send a little old tag out for you showing that they interested in you, and their profile will say, well, this is Mary that stays in so-and-so city, so-and-so state. She has worked her job this way. She has did this. She has a child. She has a kid. She's ambitious. She's earning this salary or this money so much, a year. She's been working on her job a long time. But when you meet and get to talk to them, all that is gone out the window. It's in return, if some lady or if some girl name, I'm not gonna say her name, but just any name, and she's straight up talking about one thing: I want to meet and greet. Are you willing to pay to play? Yes, that is one of the biggest drawbacks and scams of online dating, because it goes from a friendly friendship trying to meet a nice date app to now you see somewhat prostitution and women trying to sell themselves, through online dating, because they know they can't do it on the corners or the boulevards no more, because the police will pull up and snatch them up. But of course, the authorities are aware of what's going on with this on online dating too. So, you have to be careful of that. But be very wary of that, because a lot of times that's what goes on online dating. And please, people, if you meet somebody quickly online dating and you never seen, you never met them, don't send them no money. Don't send them no money. I don't care what kind of sob story they coming with. I don't care what kind of emotional, horrendous fairy tale they trying to throw to you. They trying to get pity. Hey man, I'm just trying to meet you and date you. First of all, how you just dated me or you just met me one day, talking 2 days, and you asked me for money? Don't fall for that. Do not fall for that. I have seen people fall for that. Don't, because look at it like this. If you supposedly get a profile picture of this lady that's supposed to be saying she was in the service, and say she's home from the service, she was in the Army Reserve, nice looking lady, if she was in the service or the reserve, she made some money an hour, or she got a salary, and she's been in the reserve a couple of years, but now she's out. And plus, when you're in the reserve, where it's Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marine, you can come out and get a good job. Now all of a sudden, she is asking you, she needs help with this and that. That's a scam. First of all, it's not that lady. A lot of times, it's not even a lady. It's really men. Because a lot of these men are pushing these agendas as talking to a man, portraying a woman, but they are really men. They are really men. And I know it is. You got to watch out for them Africans too, because they are big perpetrators of that with the scams on the online dating. Time-consuming and frustrating. The process of online dating can be time-consuming, with many users experiencing frustration and rejection, potentially impacting self-esteem. Well, yeah, because it be a little bullying on online dating, and then a lot of times tempers get to flaring on online dating, because somebody is playing a hoax game, a clown game. And so, and when a person has spent a lot of time in investing his time in something that he think or she think is going to eventually pan out, and then all of a sudden it all goes up in smoke, it all goes again out the window, they're going to get frustrated, because online dating is time consuming, because you have, as I said earlier, you have a lot of hits, but you have a lot of misses. Sometimes you have more misses than you have hits. So you have to just go through a field. I mean a field of, okay, I went through this one, this didn't work, so on to the next one. Then this didn't work, so on to the next one. So this didn't work, so on to the next one. This worked for a minute, but then maybe y'all will meet on a date, go out to eat or something, and everything's going on, but either he or she, the date that you are eating dinner with, or whatever y'all going out or meeting to socialize with, they done lied about something. They are not who they are. They are an imposter. Because a lot of times they do be imposters. That's when I say with them scams, they are imposters. They are totally not who they build themselves or claim they are. They are totally not them. And so you invested all that time in that, and now you're mad, and you're going off the deep end. Because my little time that I delved in with the online dating, I had a situation like that. I mean, well, I had kind of read the situation totally from just on the phone call and the conversation we was having. I mean, I was having red flags from the whole time, but I said, well, I give anybody a chance. Let me meet. And sure enough, when I met, and I guarantee you, I was telling myself the whole time, this is not going to end well. And sure enough, it didn't end well, because it was this inconsistency. I'm a big believer of paying attention to what a woman tells you when you first start dating. You know how women say they love a man that listens? I'm going to pay attention to everything. I will even play dumb, but I'm reading your body language, and I will pay attention to everything, because somebody very close to me always told me that, and it will save your life. But I will pay attention to body language. I'm going to pay attention to everything I can that was said, even though I'm making you think I'm not paying attention. But yeah, you invest your time in meeting somebody in online dating, and then it's poppycock. Like the great Deion Sanders says, it's nothing but bull jump. But that's the chance you take on online dating, because you have so many different personalities, you have so many different agendas, people this and people that. You have the rich, the poor. You have middle class. It's kind of like you mixing up a big old pot or something of good gumbo, and you just putting all these ingredients in here, and you just mixing it up, and it's cooking, and now you just waiting to see what's gonna happen when it's done and everything. You know how you like Louisiana gumbo? You just put a lot of stuff in it, a lot of different ingredients. That's kind of how online dating to me is. It really is a crapshoot. But again, people have found success on online dating, and people have found disaster on online dating. It's just that, but you do that everywhere. Meeting somebody non-online dating, you're going to have success, and then you're going to have disaster. Potential for online dating, toxic online dating, can be a breeding ground for negativity, with users experiencing harassment and cyberbullying. Oh yeah. Now you got people behind computers. You know, you got people behind, this is a social media thing. And we know from about a lot of things from social media, we know from sports comments to people comments to whatever. People are big, bad, and tough when you don't see them and they can comment on you. But I guarantee you, if you meet them face to face, they won't be that same. They won't bring that same energy. And that kind of goes with online dating. You know, you have toxic online dating. You got people, but that goes back to the scams. You got people out that do no good, evildoers. You know, it's a breeding ground for it. You have you experience harassment and cyberbullying. You have people on and another thing, people I was gonna tell you about online dating too. Never send no pictures, especially no inappropriate pictures. Do not send no inappropriate pictures because again, half the time, them pictures are photographed that they sending you. Never send no pictures to nobody because they will try to use that. They will try to blackmail you. They will try to extort you, especially after you done figure them out, after you done expose them for the suckers that they is. But if you done gave you some pictures, especially ladies, please don't give no somewhat inappropriate to nudity pictures. Don't do that because they will try to blackmail you. And fellas, don't do that either. Because I know fellas a lot of times, they like to show pictures of their Johnson or their manhood. But you don't know who's that behind that you send in that picture to. You don't. Especially at the beginning. Slow down. Meet the person. People really don't do that now anyway. Whether you meet them online or you meet them out in a club or you meet them at a game or you meet them at a function or an outing. That's old. That's lame game. You don't send inappropriate nudity. You don't send that. No, that's dead right there. But definitely, I'm talking about for us pictures, definitely don't do that online because you don't know who that could be. Hell, for all you know, it could be a sting. That could be the police. You don't know who that is. And I know people will still do that. Do not send nothing inappropriate. Not at the beginning, not at the middle, not at the end of you trying to get to know this supposedly person on the other end that you just only going on the profile that they done seen you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Inaccurate information. Some users might provide inaccurate information or engage in privacy violations which can lead to safety concerns. Well, again, I have said that earlier. Hey, it's a big game. Online dating is a big money scam game too. It's a big money scam game too. That's why authorities, the police, a lot of times federal agents have a big hold and be watching online dating because it has been a lot of treachery to online dating and it will continue to be because as much good that it can be an asset, it can be a hindrance. It can be straight up trouble that you will get in that you can't get out. People have met people and unalive people from online dating. People have met people, went on trips, and I'm talking about out the country from online dating and never came back to the country. The thing about online dating as well as any dating, do you know or do you don't really know the person you with? Do you know or do you not know really the person you with? That's from online dating to regular dating, but really with online dating. So my summary on online dating, a try, you might hit the jackpot. But also, you might hit rock bottom. This is Nino. 2 pennies, 2 cents. My podcast. Thank you.